If a girl has ever said to you, you're such a nice guy, that is not a compliment. That is her rejecting you to your face, and you probably had no idea. And it confirms that you'll never sleep with her. Look back to all the girls. It happens to every guy. It's not just you. Every guy has told at some point, oh, you're such a nice guy. You're going to find one lucky lady. Some lady's going to be so lucky to have you. Think back. Any girl that's ever said that to you, have you ever slept with her? Of course not. 0% chance. And you can lie to yourself all day and say, oh, I didn't want to. Of course you did. Nice guys don't finish last because they're too nice. No one understands them and they're just misunderstood. They finish last because they have no skill set and no idea of what it takes to attract a high quality, hyper feminine girl. I've coached over 450 men one-on-one and over 3,000 online in dating, building their Instagrams, dating apps, and also on the date to create meaningful, long-term, high quality relationships. And nice guys always struggle. There's always the same kind of makeup of a guy who is a nice guy who's struggling with girls. And it's pretty funny because he was raised with a lot of feminine energy. I'll go over it in this video, but a lot of feminine energy and not much masculine energy. Single mother or absent dad. And then he was praised for being weak, soft, and small as a kid. So he thinks doing that as an adult is attractive to females because when he did it as a kid, his mom liked him being soft and weak. Make sense? So he thinks in adult life, if I do that to new female, they'll also like it. Guess what? They don't. So nice guys think being nice, people-pleasing, and available is the path to attraction. Well, I got bad news for you. It's not at all. It is the path to friend zone, frustration, and anger and depression. And here's why women reject nice guys over and over again. Think of nice as like fake. You're fake people-pleasing. Kind is what you want to be. Kind is genuine. Nice is fake. You never want to be nice ever. And you also don't want to be an asshole and be rude and like aggressive to people. That also is bad. Don't do either of those things. You have to understand what creates desire in females, which is after you learn the formula, which I'll teach you in this video as well, it's pretty simple. You just don't know it. Nobody taught you this in fucking school. Men are very simple. We see girl, we attracted to girl, we want to sleep with girl. That's how simple men are. Women are very complicated. And we'll go over that in this video. If you're a nice guy, even if you're an average guy, what you're missing in your game probably is polarity. Let's break down what polarity is because it's by far one of the most important things in dating, especially when trying to attract high quality, hyper feminine females. So when a girl says, you're such a nice guy, what she's actually saying is, I will definitely not sleep with you, and I'm currently friend zoning you, and you're not aware of it. That's what they're saying. No, think back to all the girls that have said that to you. Every guy has had that said at least once to him. Have you ever slept with any of those girls before that said that to you? Of course not. It's already too late by that time. You are completely friend zoned. You're not getting out of that bucket. Good luck. Move on to the next one. So she's not rejecting like how nice you are and like how sweet. She's not aware of what you're doing. She just feels the ick from you. She's rejecting this weakness, this people pleasing, you being soft and putting her on a pedestal, making yourself way too available, giving away all your cards, investing everything immediately before she's deserved it because she's just a female. She feels ick when you do that. Your attention is meaningless now. You gave it away way too easily and she didn't have to work for it at all. As humans, we like to work for things and we feel like we earned it. You know, we're more invested. We have more skin in the game. Just think of like if you got $1 million inheritance compared to if you worked for 10 years to make $1 million. Which one are you going to appreciate more and respect more? Obviously, you working for a decade to make the million rather than just being given to you. You didn't have to do anything to attain it, just exist. Same thing here. If you're a beta male and you give away all your power, you're reassuring the girl availability, she's so sweet, you're like saying she's a goddess queen and she barely fucking knows you. It's like the inheritance. Like they didn't have to earn it. They don't respect it. But if you make her work for it, we'll go over how with polarity, safety. Now she feels like she deserves it. Now she has more skin in the game and now she's actually attracted. She feels desire and she feels the magnetic pull to be around you. So nice guys have zero polarity. You want to see relationships with these two buckets. One bucket is safety. You need safety with the girl. She needs to feel safe around you. The other bucket is polarity. She needs to be attracted to you. You need to have high polarity. If you can maintain both in a relationship, that girl will never leave you, ever. Most marriages, maybe like 5 out of 10 safety, and then 2 out of 10 polarity because the man lets himself go, isn't attractive anymore, has no polarity, isn't on his mission purpose anymore, and then they probably fight quite a bit, and he doesn't know how to lead an argument. He doesn't know how to set boundaries and not be reactive. No man knows how to make her feel emotionally safe first and understand what she's saying without giving your opinion away or agreeing. That is very difficult to do. You need to do that with females. You're leading the interaction. If you're trying to like combat her and like tell, no, you're wrong, you shouldn't feel that way, she's going to hate you. She's going to resent you and she's probably going to leave you at some point if you don't figure that out. That's a different video. I'm not going to get lost in that. But nice guys have zero polarity. Women need polarity from men to be attracted. You need polarity at all times in a relationship to be attracted to that woman. women. Her existing, you're already attracted to her. You existing, she's not attracted to you. It's not how it works. Let's define it so it's not this mystical, indistinct kind of phrase. Polarity equals the magnetic tension between two opposites. So think masculine and feminine. It makes her feel drawn in, off balance, excited around you, submissive to your control. So more examples of polarity. I used to live in Vegas for 4 years, and I'm there all the time as well. I get a bunch of buddies. But 800,000 people visit Vegas a week. That's not by accident. That's pretty fucking insane. One of the main reasons they do is because of the polarity that's in the city, which is why it's so kind of like, magical. But essentially, two opposites, luxury and degeneracy. Penthouse suites and bottle service, and then the degenerate blacked out guy drunk playing blackjack, screaming downstairs. You feel it because the contrast is so extreme. Nightclub entrance, any club there, XS, Hakkasan. You got one line, which is GA, which are kind of like the losers, the peasants. And then you have VIP tables, people skipping the line. You feel the status gap, and it's polarizing. Or a girl alone at the bar. All these guys are trying to buy her drinks, and she's dressed up and they're all trying to hit on her. And then one guy comes to meet her, which is her man or her date, whatever it is, and then takes her away. Polarity exists in all forms of life. Like think police protesters, boss, employee, luxury car like a fucking McLaren Lambo driving by a Prius, a calm stoic man around a bunch of anxious people, masculine man leading a feminine woman. That is polarity that draws you in. It's exciting. It creates this spark, this contrast, which is really prevalent in every area of your life, but it needs to be prevalent in your relationships, especially the attraction phase with a new girl. So nice equals soft, passive, intentionless with zero polarity. Comfort without desire leads straight to the friend zone, and no guy wants to be in the friend zone ever. So nice guys are white knights. Back in the day, the PUA days, the white knights, say you would be out doing cold approach at the club or bar, wherever, and then you'd be hitting on a girl, and a guy would know that you don't know her and you're trying to hit on her. And what would he do? Ma'am, are you okay? Is he bothering you? And by the way, she loves the attention, this massive polarity. This guy, like a masculine dude's coming up to me and talking to me, and I like kind of his energy and what he's asking me. He's making me feel somewhat special and somewhat safe right now. And then this white knight comes out of nowhere and is like, excuse me, ma'am, is he bothering you? Are you okay? Sir, you have to leave. And by the way, the white knight doesn't know anybody. He doesn't know the girl. He doesn't work there. He's just some random civilian who's trying to come save the day because his mom as a kid told him that you should never be masculine ever. That's just what you do to win the approval of females / your mom. But white knights are pedestal worshipers. They put the girl on the pedestal. They're just fully submitting to the female without even knowing her at all. They're not strong. They validate way too early. They overshare. They chase the girl. Girls watching, you ever get a double, triple, quadruple text from a dude because you're not responding to him? That is beta male white knight energy with zero polarity. The polarity is tension. The girl doesn't respond to you for a few hours or a day. As a man, you should be like, I'm holding tension. I'm containing my emotions. That's restraint, masculine restraint. A feminine man, beta male, white knight, can't hold that tension inside. He's got to get it out. You know how females, when they feel anxious, they got to get it out. They got to share. I got to tell you all the things. This happened earlier. My friend said this, and I had the conversation with this person. Then I hit the curb today with my car. That's what a girl does. Females do that. Men also do that, but that's the feminine white knight beta male. You do not want to be that man. You want to be a masculine dude. Go to the gym. Punch a punching bag. All that is feminine energy. The no restraint, double texting, chasing the girl, oversharing. She already has that feminine energy in her. She doesn't need any more from you. Like I said before. So here's some examples of what to do and what not to do. Don't over text, right? Don't double, triple text. If you're texting a girl and what you say doesn't end with a question, you're screwed because she's not going to respond to it at some point. And now you're going to have to double text. Now you're going to have to send another message on DM or unsend your message or do some stupid shit because you didn't think ahead. The girl at some point is just going to stop responding to you. There's an emotional window. It's almost like a wave where on the up wave, she's open to talking. At the peak, she's open to talking. On the way down, she's kind of open to talking. And then in the valley, she's not open to talking. She'll ghost you for a day just because I don't feel like talking to anybody today or tomorrow. I'm kind of taking the day off tomorrow in my mind. If you don't ask a fucking question in that text message, especially when you're trying to build comfort, to plan logistics, to actually see her on a date, you're screwed. Now you get a double text. If you double text, you are immediately categorized as a beta male who doesn't know how to message females. So don't do that. Don't send voice notes. Don't call her. Don't be needy and controlling. Like the same man we talked about earlier, that his mom would be controlling and guilting him. Why didn't you do this? I can't believe you didn't do that. It's been this long. Why haven't you responded yet? Like his mom would do that to him. So he thinks he can do that to females to attract them, to get them to do what he wants them to do because he has no restraint and he has no ability to lead. People don't listen to me, so I have to control them. As a man, you should never control anything anywhere ever. Everything as a masculine man is boundaries. Boundaries are set retroactively. You don't set boundaries in the moment. This thing happened, got it. I'm not upset, not mad. However, I'm not okay with this. We're good. That's it. That's how to set a fucking boundary. Controlling is don't do that. Don't do this. Why are you not responding? Ooh, no one likes that. 0 people. Unless you're in business and like you're the boss, you should never be controlling ever. Like 0%. Unless it's like, you know, the girl being controlling in a hot, possessive way. That's different. Yeah, but never be controlling as a man, ever. But again, as a man, you need to lead. That's polarity. Knowing what to say, what not to say. But as a man, don't overshare, don't overtext. You should know how to lead the interaction. In my program, we go over the exact messages to send. Text game to go from, you know, in person to Instagram, or dating app to Instagram, and then Instagram to the date. We call it an operations process. So there's the lead gen, ops, and then date game, we call it. We go over exactly what to say to be the masculine man who leads the entire time while maintaining safety, comfort, so she feels like you actually care about her. And then you're also maintaining polarity. You're not oversharing, you're not double texting, you're not being weak, you're not giving your opinion away of what you think about things when she didn't ask you. And you actually can plan the date, logistics, without fucking up, without playing battleship either. You want to lead with presence, polarity, not eagerness, not excitement, not nervousness, which a lot of guys do. So you know where to go. When you say, what's your schedule like this week? And she tells you the day she's working and the day she's off, you know how to lead that interaction. And then on the date itself, where to go, where to sit, what questions to ask her, how to actually lead the date when you're in person with her. Don't compliment her body or face, how pretty she is, how beautiful it is. You should never be saying any of that until you sleep with her. Like that's like rule number 1, do not compliment her body or face. How many times has she been complimented her body or face by just old, creepy, weird beta males? Like thousands of times, tens of thousands of times. She doesn't know you and you gave all your power away. I think you're really pretty. Don't do that. You can compliment things that you've observed, that you saw. Maybe she was really good at drawing, or she can ride horses. Like there's something that you actually saw that she built a skill. Sure, now you can compliment it. You need to know how to build comfort and commonalities and also break rapport if you need to. Teasing, banter, all the things that actually can break rapport. And you also need to not be reactive to any small tests that she puts you through. At some point, she's going to say some passive aggressive thing. She's going to try to roast something. That's an interesting shirt you wore. Have you always dressed like that? Why did you post this photo on your Instagram? Like she's going to say something that's going to test you to see like how you're going to react to this. If you react in a butthurt, needy way, where your emotional state gets negatively impacted by something she said and you get upset about it and emotional, holy fuck, can I not trust that guy? 0 polarity and then 0 safety. If she can emotionally upset you and you get like visibly upset, angry, you know, frustrated, sad, depressed, whatever it is from something she said, she can't trust you. Why would she? Again, you're the train who she's like, do I want to hop on this guy's train? There's a lot of trains around here, a lot of men. They have a lot to offer. Every man does. They're terrible at displaying it in a non-needy way. But like, why would I hop on this train? Do I feel safe in this train? Do I feel safe in his masculine container? Is he going to continue to move whether I hop on or off of this train? Let's just say I hop off. Is he going to cry and like sit in the corner and like be depressed for a year? There are many more things of how to have high polarity by what to do and what not to do. I'll keep it short for now. There's plenty more to do, but that's a good list for now. So the 2 buckets, like I said earlier, that are needed in any attraction phase relationship or long-term relationship. I don't care if you just met that girl at Starbucks or the mall or the club, dating app, wherever it is, or you've been dating her for 2 years. You need to know this formula or you will never be able to have a healthy long-term relationship ever, because the girl will resent the fuck out of you and then not trust you, not feel safe around you, and then also won't desire you. Because that's what you want. You're like, I want the girl that want to sleep with me. No, you want desire. Desire is what you need, is what the goal is. Sex is, you know, sleeping with each other. Her wanting to is the symptom of that. Desire needs to be high and then that happens. And so you want desire always. It's not the same feeling for, you know, a man desiring a girl and a female desiring a man. So it's very different. But essentially what you do is you can't have desire if polarity is low. Again, 2 buckets. If you know these 2 buckets, you know more than 99.9% of men in the entire world. If you know these 2 buckets, study them and understand what they mean in your relationships, new girls, long-term relationships, your wife, whatever it is, you will have an amazing fucking relationship. Well, she'll feel so safe. She can completely just surrender into your masculine kind of container, your train, into you, honestly, just surrender to you. And she'll also desire you at the same time. So the 2 buckets, safety and polarity. That is all you need to worry about, just those 2 buckets. Where am I with this girl in the safety bucket and the polarity bucket? So nice guys, what bucket do you think they are really good at trying to fill? Safety. They're terrible at polarity. So polarity is like 0. By accident might be 1, but then it goes back to 0 when the girl like talks to him for 2 seconds. So his safety isn't 10, because 10 is, I don't need your reassurance. I am good always. We're good. You could tell me anything, the most crazy, insulting thing. I'm going to handle it in the most stoic, masculine, calm way where I do not get upset. I don't get angry at the girl ever. I'm always good. We're always good. However, I maybe am I'm not okay with blank. Or I think we need some time to process what just happened or this. Again, we're good. I'm not mad. We need some time to process. Let's talk in, a day. Talk tomorrow. Talk this, whatever time. No man on earth can do that. I mean, unless you've studied our videos or have gotten one-on-one training. To be able to be a rock like that so she feels safe, you validate her, you make her feel reassured, understood, cared for, devoted to, respected, cherished, all the things that girls want to feel. That's safety. And also when you handle, especially arguments, that's huge. That's how you handle arguments is the safety bucket. That is a lot of it, especially in a relationship. Do you get upset? Do you need to go first? Do you need to argue with her? If she goes, oh, I felt hurt when this thing happened, what do you do and say when she says that? Do you go, well, this thing actually happened first, or you shouldn't feel that way because this thing actually blah, blah, blah. Do you do that? Because guess what? Safety goes to 0 when you do that. I'm not going to go over exactly how to handle an argument right now because that's kind of a longer video, but that is one of the most important things in the entire relationship is 90% nervous systems and how they attach to each other. 10% is like commitment. 90% is your attachment styles and how your nervous systems are regulated by each other's nervous systems. And do each other's nervous systems feel safe around the other one? And how do you kind of, bond and attach to each other? That is 90% of what a relationship is. So if you don't know how to make her feel safe in an argument while maintaining high polarity, you're screwed. It's going to blow up at some point. Nice guys only try to fill the bucket of safety. They have no clue how to fill the polarity bucket, and they don't even do the safety bucket well because, again, the safety bucket includes them being masculine, stoic, unchanged emotions, calm, restraint. That is what safety also includes, but they try by being nice, affectionate, and having no boundaries. It's okay. Oh, you can take my car. I don't even need it. Whatever you want. Like, that's obviously just like pathetic, but it is comfortable to feel that. It is very safe and harmless to feel all that. So it's like 5 to 6 out of 10 safety with a girl. The asshole or the player, the promoter, he has pretty high polarity. And guess what the safety is? Probably 0. 0 safety because he's just the man who's going to be attractive forever. It's either mommy or daddy issues. With the beta male white knight, mommy issues. Like he was raised by a single mother, probably praised for being weak, soft, and like reading books and like not being a man at all. And he watched some like feminist, TV shows, articles, movies, whatever. And then the promoter dude has the daddy issues. It's pretty funny. When you figure this out, like everybody's suffering. Like the guy in the truck who lifted his truck 2 feet in the air with the huge tow hitch and it's like sparkly clean. He never goes off-roading. Do you think that guy's dad loved him and told him he was amazing and good enough? You're strong. You're powerful. No, the opposite. He told him he was weak, not a man, not strong enough, and he would never be good enough. And maybe he got bullied as a kid, 8 to 12 years old. So what does he do? Buy a fucking F-250, lift it 2 feet in the air, buy the biggest tires he can, and put stacks or straight pipes on his truck, and then cut people off in traffic with no blinker. So I'm going to make people feel powerless every day because I'm never going to feel powerless like I did in the past. Right? That's suffering. So the woman, the beta male white knight, he had the mommy issues where, again, single mother raised by a feminine energy with no man around. I mean, the dad might have been around, but wasn't present really, or didn't do anything, or was passive. The kid was praised for being weak, small, and soft, not for being strong, masculine, and competent. So what did he learn? Be soft and small. And that's just how I live, how I survive. But the same thing goes with the promoter dude who's like, call it polarity maxing or trying to be as attractive as possible and just wants to like new girl. Same thing, daddy issues. What happened as a child with him? My dad was extremely dominant, but very unsafe. Love was conditional. When I won the game at sports ball, baseball, basketball, whatever it is, then I got love. Then I was treated with warmth and affection as a kid. Showing emotion was ignored. This is the raised by a single dad kind of archetype here. As an adult, he maxes polarity, control, and then the sexual tension, but avoids all intimacy and emotional depth. It's pretty cool when you figure all this out because it's like, oh, that makes sense, right? And it's like, here's what happened. This is why you're like this. This isn't like your normal state. Like a normal man doesn't like bubble baths and candlelight, nights by himself, listening to classical music, reading a book, a nonfiction book. Like normal men don't like that. Makes sense? Normal men don't buy a truck and lift it 2 feet in the air when they've never put anything in the bed before and they live in a city. Like men don't do that. Normal men don't do that. But again, the problem with this whole nice guy asshole thing is the guy's not an asshole. He has max polarity, which makes him attractive, but there's no safety. The white knight beta male has max safety and no polarity. The girl's way more attracted. You have more focus from the girl if you have max polarity and more max attractiveness because pre-selection, social proof, access, all the things. That's what girls want. Lifestyle. They want access to this. So they're focused on this guy, not the other guy, unless they're, 30, 35 and they want a family and they want to settle down and hit the wall. But this guy, he has maybe 10 temporary safety, or the girl doesn't really need much safety when he's attracting her. And then so they sleep together, but then she never stays with him. He doesn't respond. He's emotionally unavailable. She complains. She gets needy, and then he pulls away and he avoids her because he has an avoidant attachment style because of his daddy issues. When you figure all this out, it's like, oh, that makes sense. There's no confusion. There's less pain because you're like, oh, that makes sense. His dad was pretty mean to him as a kid and yelled at him and was dominant, and he has avoidant attachment style. So I shouldn't get involved unless he fixes this shit. Like, how simple is that when you figure out that fucking equation? Anyway, you need both. You need polarity and safety. She must feel that she can trust you, feel safe around you, and attracted to you, polarity. And then that leads to desire. Time spent around you with those two things maxed out leads to desire, which is a very good thing. And then obviously the symptom of that, you have the opportunity for, intimacy. So the girl wants safe but challenged, seen but not worshipped, drawn in without full access, turned on without constant reassurance, earning your attention but slightly nervous at the same time, the thrill of not being in control while trusting that you are. And again, like I said before, this all comes from childhood conditioning. Anxious, controlling mothers, absent, passive fathers. He learned at a young age that women are fragile. They must be protected. Breaking rapport, creating tension. I can't do that. No, my mother was weak, anxious, controlling, and I had to constantly reassure her in being weak and soft. So I have to do that to every new female that I meet because that's the only way I know how to interact with the feminine. So the white knights think, be nice enough and she'll like you back like my mom did as a kid. And that couldn't be more farther from the truth. The guys she sleeps with don't explain themselves. They're not a white knight. They're not a beta male. They're not chasing her endlessly and needing reassurance. They don't chase her. They don't flinch. The men she does chase create tension. They're calm and they're grounded. Women respond with desire when you have max polarity and then max safety at the same time. So what happens is the beta male white knights get friend zoned. So they're around the females. They're always in this like volleyball club or pickleball club. It's some weird social circle where they can be around girls and they try to hit on them, but they pretend they're not. And the only way they know how to like hit on girls is be super nice or passive or weak. Like everyone in the friend group is the same testosterone level and all the men have higher estrogens. And the funniest part is these guys that are white knights that are passive, like super passive aggressive to other men, and they're white knighting other men, they try to people please and be nice to the females, which is the most cringe thing in the entire world. It's so funny because they're so fake nice to females when they're around, and like they'll do anything to step on other men to get ahead, like a female does, by the way. How funny is that? And then when you talk to them when they're not around the women, they're like actually misogynistic. They're actually pretty full of hate and resentment that the women just don't do what they want and they have to be this fake, nice person to get any sort of attention, never any, sex, anything like that. But they're so resentful that they have to be nice, like their mom made them be when they were a kid, that just they talk shit. They're super passive aggressive, like the most annoying people to be around. And guess what? Who do you think out there, like you ever go to the OnlyFans girls subscribers and you see like she's making 100K plus a month, like whatever, the 0.01% girls at OnlyFans, and you just ask yourself like, who the fuck is subscribing to these OnlyFans girls? Can you take a wild guess what kind of man is subscribing to an OnlyFans girl content for $29 a month or $19 a month or $5 a month? Like mind-blowing. Like sacred body everywhere on a site for like $5 a month. Yeah, the white knights, the beta males, the nice guys, the weak, passive, loser nice guys are the ones subscribing to the OnlyFans. Those are the men doing it. The simps. Not the masculine dude who has high polarity who's the post at excess or the promoter of live. He's not subscribing to OnlyFans. He doesn't need to. He has plenty of women already. He has high polarity and high attraction. He can look in his DMs. The OnlyFans model's DMing him. He doesn't need to subscribe to her. So it's just pretty funny, the polarity. I'm a nice guy, wimp, kind of wuss, loser to the females in person. I put them on a pedestal, but then I also subscribe to the most like degenerate, filthy content of like naked girls on their OnlyFans. That's also polarity, not the good kind. You don't want that kind of polarity. And what do they also do? The white knights, they complain that all girls want are jerks. Are assholes. No women want good men anymore. They don't want relationships anymore. No, they don't want a relationship with you ever. They never did. They never wanted that. And your mom conditioned you to be weak, passive, and nice, which no one on the planet likes. Zero people. So being nice with no polarity equals invisible. So you're not too nice. You're just not a man she feels anything for because you have zero attractive qualities and zero polarity. So what you have to do is you have to fix this nice guy trap trap that a lot of guys fall into, not by being an asshole, but by understanding attraction, creating polarity and also safety at the same time with time spent. That creates desire. So I've coached over 450 clients one-on-one in over 3,000 members online in their dating lives to get the exact high quality women that they're after, building their Instagrams, creating incredible high status lifestyle Instagrams to display yourself in the most attractive way possible to a female. We build their Instagrams, we build their dating apps, and then we also teach them how to be a man with safety and polarity. So you actually create genuine desire. And whether it's a new girl you're attracting or maintaining genuine desire in your long-term relationship so it lasts forever. So if you want to learn more about status game, female psychology, social dynamics, and using Instagram to attract high quality girls, all you have to do, follow me for more. I'll see you in the next video.